Hi, Mark. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Alice from Haystack. We're here to talk about Tombola today and all of the great things that Tombola is doing as a company. As a starting point, do you want to introduce yourself and tell me a bit more about what Tombola does?
Yeah, of course. My name is Mark Scott. I work as a recruitment business partner for Tombola. Tombola is Britain's biggest bingo site. That's what you'll probably see on adverts and other things. But we also offer arcade products, and we are also international as well. So we are market leaders in Italy, Spain, Denmark, and Sweden, and soon to be launching in Portugal and the Netherlands.
How many employees do you have worldwide? And specifically, do you have a number of how many are in your Sunderland HQ office?
Great question.
A
So
lot.
yeah, a lot. So I'll split it down. So we've got Sunderland, which is our UK, well, it's global headquarters as such. Office based are around about 350. We've also got home based, so any customer service advisors, chat moderators. Um, there's about 300 based from home, permanently based from home, and then there's about 100 internationally, so based in our Milan, Madrid. We did have a Copenhagen office, but they went fully remote from COVID. And we also have an office in Gibraltar and Malta too.
Lots of things going on, I'm sure. When
Yeah.
did you first join Tombola and what attracted you initially to the company?
So joined Tombola back in August 2018. And to be fair, I didn't actually know Tombola were based up here, which was terrible. But when I went through the process, absolutely loved the interview process, but also just the look and the feel of the business. Before we moved into the great building that we've got today, we were in a used bonded warehouse, so from the like 1800s, something like that. So it was very old, very cold, but full of warmth from the people. And it really is. I know that sounds quite cheesy, but you'd walk in, the chefs were cooking food or prepping food or whatever. They'd go, they'd greet you really nicely and ask who you'd like. So they were the receptionists as well, basically. And people were meeting downstairs, and there was loads going on. And it was just really sort of organized chaos is how I used to describe it, and just that real sort of startup feel. And you could just tell instantly that it was quite unique and not like a business that I've ever walked into before. Um, so yeah, that really got me going and attracted within Tombola. And then from there, we've just grew as a business to um, from startup to sort of this nice hybrid feel of, a little bit more corporate because we've had to, because we've doubled in headcount in that time, but also sort of keeping to our roots and our family and community feel, which is still very present today.
Is that what the culture is like then? I know you've mentioned about the processes that are now in place, or don't want to use the word corporate, but is that the culture that still have that kind of family, not family feel, but that closeness to the offices?
Yeah, it's not just about the UK either. So every office has their own unique culture, but then there's the Tombola culture on top of that as well, which is amazing. So I haven't been lucky enough yet to travel to all the offices, but I can speak about Gibraltar and having that. We've got our compliance teams there, finance team, the digital marketing teams, and a few tech people as well, so like live services and other people, as well as our MD and a couple of leadership team members. And just a great vibe, really good. Obviously, it's in the sun, so it's a little bit different to us here in the northeast. But they have a summer party every year on the beach, and again, real family feel. It's only around about 40 people that work in that office, so it's very close knit. And it's different to how the UK is, where we've got our chefs and they'll prepare meals and we come down and we collaborate that way. But they have got their own kitchen and they're just like they're sitting there. There's a lot of big mix of cultures as well. So you've got people from like Poland or people from Spain or Gibraltarians or British, who all come in and take turns cooking the food or whatever it may be. And it's just a lovely feel that way. And then the offices are very different in the likes of Madrid, where it's very city centre. They like to go out after work for drinks and food, and it just tells you a lot about the people and the culture, that they actually want to spend time after work together, as well as here in the UK, which is a lot more people. But you can still walk past someone and have a chat, whether they've been here 10 years or they've been here literally 2 minutes. It's very much encouraging to collaborate as much as possible.
And talking about that collaboration, I know we're primarily here to talk about like the tech teams and stuff. Do you want to
Mhm.
talk about anything they're particularly cool working on at the minute? Is there anything really exciting in the pipeline that obviously that you're allowed to talk about? I'm sure there's quite a lot of things you're not
Yeah,
allowed to
of
talk about.
course. Yeah, yeah. You have to join, like I said before, you have to join the business to figure out all our cool and exciting stuff. But I'll say, well, there's three tech areas of the business that are that operate in sort of encompass tech as such. So you've got, and they're built out as products really. So you've got the bingo product, which is the most established, and it's been within Tombola from day one. That's what we're built on. You've got arcade, which was launched around about 4 years ago, and now that's the same size as our bingo offering. So that's huge for us. And then you've got international, so they look after anything non-UK. So the likes of Italy, Spain, and some of the other countries. So for international, I would say launch an arcade product. So predominantly, we've always launched in country with bingo products, tested the waters, and then looked to go with arcade. So they've done a massive piece, because it's not easy dealing with different regulators, you know, having to write in different codes sometimes as well, and also the conversions. We've just got to a point where we've converted everything from Flash to JavaScript. That is the technical knowledge of mine. That's all it goes to, by the way. Don't ever question me on anything else when it comes to that. But yeah, so I obviously know what that means, sort of, because they've explained it in layman terms. But yeah, so they've just done that huge piece, which is it's a big task, but it's a really exciting task actually, because you get to work on Italian products, Spanish. We've got translators and other things just to work with. So you're working with a load of different people on a daily basis, and launching and sometimes launching a brand new country from scratch, which is pretty cool, especially when you get to see the adverts on TV as well. It's just amazing. So yeah, I would say that's a really good thing that's happening international. Arcade have just grown hugely to be, like I said, the size of bingo, which is no mean feat. We have about 50 to 60% market share for our bingo products. We've got about 3% market share for arcade. So that tells you the amount of growth, that the potential in that area. So that's just a huge thing in itself. They've just done really, really well to get to this point within a 4 year period. And that business alone would be a highly profitable business, as a sort of standalone one in itself. And then bingo, the most established, and when I first joined, they were probably producing a game every 2 years. That's now ramped up to about five a year, probably more. And that's just with the structure and the maturity of the business now, the growth, and the people, obviously. We've managed to put structure in place, a bigger product management team to help that, and just again collaboration with the other tech areas as well, and some give and take as to how we work. So there's really sort of three very different but exciting areas of the business, for people to join in tech. So yeah, you can find out about all our vacancies on Haystack. I feel like an influencer there, but uh, but no, we're hiring a lot of people at the minute, especially tech talent. We're growing. Like I say, we're entering into the Netherlands, Portugal, and a couple of other countries coming up in early next year. So we need that infrastructure in place. So we're looking for platform developers, a range from sort of junior, mid to senior level. We've got game developers. Continuously, we can sort of create vacancies if we come across the right people for them areas. We've got testers, team leaders, and some positions in sort of infosec, data. So we've got a lot of tech positions either currently open or will open up soon, but we'll all be on Haystack anyway. And I think I guess my big thing, what I probably wanted to say beforehand, with the remote hiring from all of these big companies, they can offer big salaries, but it's be careful. It's a message probably going out to candidates. Be careful who you choose, because you're picking a career, and I think it's all right just picking things on money. That's what your mortgage is based on, or whatever. So it does make sense, but make sure there's a company there that actually offers you a little bit more than that. So the benefits, the flexibility from yes, you can work from home, but to be able to give you flex on having an office, having real human interaction rather than just via a screen, and that support as well. That's really important.